is that they were dipping humans into the gravy. The gravy is like a mud, and you can tell when the person is about to pass out. And then when they brought it out, that was the fried chicken. I really need you guys to see the video, because I think you need to see the video to understand what the people are saying about this advertisement. So without wasting much time, let's get into it and let's hear what the people are having to say about KFC's advert.
Y'all remember when I said TikTok and eggs are symbolism, like it means something for like something that's supposed to come? Did y'all see that KFC commercial? Y'all still think I'm crazy for saying eggs
TikTok
are symbolizing symbolism in America?
TikTok.
I'm going to do another video breaking this shit down. Off rip, what I can say from that video, the boys in the Bolden are saying he's about to be delivered. They talking about some, it's humans are eating. They're not eating humans. They might be, but that's not what that's about. Yeah. All right, well, let's do it.
Looking at this KFC commercial, it makes me want to say this. Cook your food.
Cook
your own food. And it's not even a case of being healthy.
I need us to see this.
It's about knowing what you're eating. Even if you want to eat like fried chicken or whatever, who cares? Eat fried chicken and fries. At least you know they're eating fried chicken and fries. Go to Walmart, fried chicken, make sure it's chicken. Of course, it's going to be chicken. Clean it up, make it, prepare it, season it, fry it, and eat it. And for some of us, this is not even a conversation, because I like cooking my own food, so I don't even understand how people don't like to cook, and now they're eating something else. This people said, believe.
No.
You guys, I don't know what you guys have been eating this whole time, man.
I'm not the biggest conspiracy theorist, but what you're not about to do is just play in my face, bro, like I'm crazy, right? So, everybody been talking about this KFC commercial and how they dipped the dude in gravy or grease and then he turned into a big chicken tender, right? I'm thinking this is a joke, so I'm gonna go check KFC's page. Bro, it's actually a commercial. And they dipped a whole human being in fried grease or gravy, whatever they want to say. To me, it's grease. And he turned into a big chicken tender. It's not chicken. It's not chicken, bro. It's not chicken. And now I'm contemplating on eating fast food ever. I might not ever eat fast food ever again because that doesn't make sense. Like I said, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, bro. I'm not. But if you dip a dude in grease, pick him up, and now he's a chicken tender, bro, you're telling me something. Am I wrong?
Why not?
You like it? Hey, Meta, remind me where I parked my car.
You're parked in lot 9.
Somebody saying about KFC commercial. I don't know, y'all. Look like they was holding a ceremony to me. I don't know. Part of the fuck my head up was when they dumped them in and they got down pond water and put them out a goddamn chicken tender. A chicken tender. I don't know what's given. We use human for meat or bioengineered. Meaning, y'all know what I mean. Y'all gotta tell you. I don't know, y'all. It was just weird. It was just creepy. Because y'all could be anything else. Y'all could have had, the little black person singing, happy eating chicken, but y'all want to have everybody got these Kanye ass clothes on, holding a ceremony with the fucking golden egg. Y'all know what the egg means. Y'all see that? That's the part I was talking about when they dumped them in the water and put them in a goddamn chicken tender. I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
See, you can't just run that by motherfuckers and think nobody going. So that was the end of a new KFC commercial. And it's a man dipping another man into a pond and coming out with a chicken strip. Y'all feeding people? The logical question is, are y'all feeding people? Now, a long time ago, y'all had to change your name from Kentucky Fried Chicken to KFC, right? For whatever legal reasons, it wasn't considered Kentucky Fried Chicken no more. So y'all had to change it to KFC. Don't stand for shit. It's just KFC. Now y'all coming out with a commercial. The motherfucker dipped the man. Might have dipped him in some sauce. Looked a little bit like some barbecue sauce. And came out with a chicken strip. Damn. Are they feed? Can we talk about this? Is some real shit now. This is an illogical campaign for chicken. You understand what I'm saying? It's connected. You go watch the whole thing. It's people coming out the woods like they scavengers, like it ain't no more food. And then they gonna show you how they change people. to food. Damn. Yeah, I've been trying to cut down on meat. I think.
It's time. It's time, y'all. Cut down on meat.
Can't eat.
KFC got the
Shit.
commercial.
Oh,
Dipping a man in and walked him right out into the
I'm
gravy. When he came out the gravy, he was a
So
chicken
we
nugget.
were conversing on the phone,
That ain't
and we started
chicken.
talking about the whole KFC ad.
Yeah.
Now, if you know, you know. For them to do stuff inside the food, they really have to put the shit in your face. So it's like we did tell them, but they didn't, you know. So then I had told her about the TikTok I seen. I don't even remember the girl name, but she be exposing a lot of things, and she had came across an article that basically said that they tested across the United States 22 food chains in America, and they tested their meat, and their meat DNA came back positive for humans and rats. And so I told my mother that, and she was like, "What? Are you serious?" And one vegan food brand had tested positive for human meat. Anyway, my mother made a great observation. She was like, "I feel like a lot of this mental health stuff that's going on, and the reason why it's so prevalent today is because of what's being tested in this food." And that was a great observation. She said she feel like because a lot of people, we are considered carnivores and we basically eating each other, it's driving us crazy.
If you are seeing the advertisement, please let me know in the comment section what your first thought was. Like, what was the very first thing that came to mind after watching the advertisement? Because it has been on social media for a few days now. I even think they released a part 2 because I see people talking about the other one that they released. But this particular one is just so disturbing because what they are telling to people, what they are showing to people in broad daylight is that we are dipping people, humans, into the gravy, into the mud that serves as gravy. Then they are going to show the bubbles coming up like they are frying the person till then it's done, and then they bring out a chicken. Like in a layman explanation, what that advertisement means is that the chicken that people are eating is a human. So that's what they are saying. And there are so many people on board that would have come together, joined heads together to feel like this was an okay thing. Like this is an okay advertisement. So many people are going to come to KFC to buy their chicken if they see the commercial.
People eating people.
There are so many people who even get protein.
I'm just
I'm
waiting
not even
for
the
some
only
people
one,
come in,
but I
but
have
I
people
wanted to
close
get
to
this
me
on
that
here.
do have protein hick. Like they might be eating food or eating chicken, and maybe halfway through it, they're just going to say it tastes weird and they will drop it. Like I have people close to me. I have experienced that in real life. Imagine people like that watching this commercial. They're never going to taste chicken again. So if they think this commercial is going to drive more audience, more people to come and eat at KFC, I bet it's doing the opposite at this point because people are not talking about how they are going to stop eating those food, because how can they throw that in people's faces? Or maybe it is what it is. Maybe when the truth start coming out, it will be like we show them. We release an advertisement for them to see what we're doing, but only few took us serious. Like I really do not understand the concept, the thought behind this advertisement. I do not understand the person that wrote the script and felt this was an okay advertisement. Everyone who shot that commercial thought this was an okay food advertisement to put out to people who enjoy our meal. Like it's really insane. And I want to hear what you guys think because I'm not even going to lie, it's scary. How can you dip someone in gravy and bring out a chicken? There is no correlation in that. This person said maybe they are warning us about other companies except KFC. Maybe they are the only reliable company that doesn't use human or other animals in their food as they specify that or the food. I do not believe that. If they are the only one using chicken, real chicken, then they should advertise with real chicken that everybody knows. This other person said I am in the United States and KFC food is crap. In my teens, it was a treat for my mom to get it, but I don't know what happened. Your taste bud change, paying attention to the things that you're swallowing. This person said, I don't know if it is true or false, but if I go to someone's house and they tell me that they cook human meat, jokingly or not, I am not eating. Of course. Because that is the reason why it is actually scary. There are some people saying, oh, you guys is just cheap. Can you people be making a big deal out of it? Yes, there are comments like that. And I'm like, even if someone should tell you like jokingly that, oh, you're eating human, and then tell you, oh, I'm just joking, the thought of it might literally want you to even vomit and stop eating that food, or you might not even be able to eat that food again. This is what this advertisement feels like. It's like they're telling us, oh, that thing is shit, and then they come back and say, no, 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 it's real food. Like, that is exactly what they are doing. What do you all think about this whole advertisement thing? Because I'm not even going to lie to you. I do not think people are overthinking or overreacting about this whole commercial, because I am legit scared when I saw it. It was really eye-opening because I just could not get the concept behind it. I just could not get the thought process behind that being an advert. I just cannot put together how they came about that and how someone could sit down and write that script for a food advertisement. Like, it's just not making sense. So I really want to hear what you think about the advertisement. And if you've not seen it, I'm really going to urge you to go see it so you can as well know exactly why people are reacting this way and why there have been so many conspiracy theories about this fast food chains since this commercial came out. Let me know what you think down below. I am going to catch you in the next one.
And this is our sister. Her channel is The Memories. The Memories. That's the name of her channel. And this is not the one I seen when I saw the video of Kentucky Fried Chicken, the new commercial. They got a new commercial, y'all. And they dipping people in gravy or grease. I wish I could find it and stuff, but I can't. I ain't gonna even waste time looking with this remote and all of that right there and stuff. But yeah, I guess they telling y'all point blank. Ain't nobody said it, but they letting you know that yeah, you eating meat, you eating people, and from what I'm learning and stuff, it ain't no real big thing. It ain't no real big thing with white folks to eat human. It just ain't. I want to get my screen on what I want it to be on. I know, for real, I do. Okay. I can leave it right there. It's on my TV. That's fine with me if it's fine with him. And let me get a little sunlight in here and stuff. I'm going to have to move this TV back or something because I like to be able to at least see the screen. I prefer the screen over the laptop. Yeah, I do. I think I'm getting used to it like this right here, but I will strive and do it the correct way where we watch it, you know, me side by side with whoever we listening to and stuff. But at this point and stuff, I can't even really focus on being politically correct. I cannot. I'm gonna have to come to y'all like I am, like it is and stuff, you know, and try not to smoke my cigarette in front of y'all because I do be needing a single cigarette and I will have me one. I sure will, honey. It's a wonder if I ain't having a shot any time. But you know, I refuse to just stay sober. Let me just stay my ass sober. All this bullshit going on and stuff. Ooh, and wait till I tell my neighbor. The same one with Jesus, with that white Jesus. I say I'm gonna take one of these babies' crayon or they coloring pencils. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna color that white Jesus brown. You know, I'm just joking and stuff because he'll probably have a fit if he look at that and notice that. Oh hell, yeah. But when I show him this commercial, KFC, because they done put one over here. We got a brand new KFC. I ought to go down there and ask them, so is this y'all commercial? Where you getting the humans at? Y'all better open your eyes and stuff. Start cooking at home. Do away with the meat if you can. Go from 7 days a week because you know your ass eat meat every day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Most of you, when you eating like that, you got meat on every plate. You got to stop eating like that. Slack up 1 meal a day with meat. Then you go to 2 days. Go to 2 meals. I don't know. You just going to have to do it. Make it easy on yourself. Because, honey, you don't know what these folks feeding you and stuff. Between the rats that the Chinese people got in their rice and stuff, and now humans in the meat and stuff, I just advise you to eat fruits and vegetables. Just make sure you're getting the right code on your fruits and vegetables. Don't be going to get that GMO bullshit and try not to get the fruits with pesticides and chemicals in it, you know, radiation in it and stuff. Try to just get you organic foods and stuff. And honey, black people, we better go that route. I don't know what all this means. I really don't. I don't even like to get into all of this and stuff. I want to just sit down and read. Just sit down and read. But as you can see, I love my people. I love to talk about my people. And if I got this chance to tell you what I think, and everybody else doing it too, and half of these people, if I wasn't my algorithm itself wasn't tapped in to people that think like me, I'd probably be thinking I'm stone motherfucking crazy. Not stone cold, stone motherfucking crazy. But see, I'm not. We not crazy. These things that happen to us, they in us. We feel them. We ignore it. We deny it. We deny it. But it's in us. You know, we going to have to answer the call. I do. Where's our book, Dr. Claude Anderson at? Because, this ain't right to be doing my people like this and stuff, you know, and everybody okay with sacrificing. It's an honor to them and shit. Well, it ain't no honor to me. It is not no honor to me. Yeah, I mean, if that's how it's going to be and stuff, go on and let black people know what it is. Shit, stop all this bullshit and beating around the bush, pussyfooting around. Because we ain't got no more time to be reading between the lines when we just barely, it seemed like, to me, started reading, started learning how to read, started caring about reading. Wait, thank you, my ancestors. I have to thank my ancestors, honey. Yes, I have to thank my ancestors for me waking up and knowing whose side I'm on, who am I loyal to. I'm loyal to my ancestors. Any and everybody else got to come second. I'm loyal to my ancestors. I know God said don't put down other before me and stuff, but my ancestors are God, the creator, manifested the black man and the black woman. It can't get no clearer than that. To me, it cannot get no clearer than that, than who God is, who Goddess is. The Bible, it might have did say it. We're going to read it sometime. Don't put none other before me. That's what the Lord, the God, whoever his name is to you, that's what he said and stuff. But if the black man and the black woman is God, I'm not putting nobody else above the black man. Who, me? I'm not putting nobody else above the black woman. I don't give a damn how much magical that they get from us, because everybody come from black people. Everybody come from black people. Of course, everybody got a little magic in them. But white folks, I can only say that because white folks ain't even showed a glimpse of life, livelihood, contribution, pro-life, anything pro-life, benefits, sincerity. It's always manipulation. Everything been manipulated. Everything that you've been given, and you just took it. It always manipulation on white folks' part. Has been no sincerely caring about your fellow man, like the Bible said. I'm aghast. Yeah, I know that's another word, aghast, aghast. I might have used it wrong, because usually I'd be like, I am motherfucking appalled about what's done happened to black people. Do anybody know what's done happened to black people? I know we don't. On my level, you know, when you didn't reach that educational pinnacle and that financial pinnacle, you can't see the world. You can't experience different views in the world and stuff. You know, you just in that little box like I was in for like 43 years of my life, you know, and I had my God in that box, God and Jesus. And I wasn't religious like y'all is and going to church. I mean, the church. That same building, you done went to that same building like 9 times in 7 days, because you going for Bible study, you're going to church practice, you got to go for Wednesday night service, Saturday morning service, Sunday night. It's so many times and stuff, you know. And then some of us, you know, them other families of ours and stuff pray like 5 times a day. It ain't even got to be in the same place. Wherever they at, give me a corner and go and pray and stuff. But I just want to know, is everybody going to heaven? I guess that's the bottom line of what I want. My questions, I got a few questions, I think. But one of them is everybody going to heaven? Is white folks going to be in heaven with us, with me? Because, see, I know I'm only human now. We all only human. And I can get it. I give it, I forgive it, I accept it. We all make mistakes and stuff and do shit in life, you know. But the Bible says, as long as you ask repentance, forgiveness, and you repent and you got remorse and you sincere and you truly make a change, then you'll be forgiven. So if everybody asks that, do that at least with your last breath. And you know, I ain't gonna have another breath after this right here. I better hurry up and ask Jesus and God or his name to forgive me. And you do that and they forgive you and you go to heaven and stuff. But what does that mean for me and my people? None of it makes sense to me. And you know, right here on earth, I feel like, you know, it's my duty. That's the need I see that need to be filled for black people to heal us. I know it's a lot of black media out there. I'm so proud of them and stuff. I can't wait till we actually start, you know, connecting and talking and, you know, yeah, and building with each other and stuff, because I want to know, what do y'all think too about this heaven ever after, as far as our people concerned? I'm concerned here on earth about black people and after earth, this life and the afterlife. I don't want us to be with these people. I don't give a damn what nobody say. After what my people done experienced right here on earth with these people, in this Bible right here, and gave them no justice. My people ain't got no justice, not from this book. That what? Forgive them and it'll make you feel better. It didn't stop it. That's what it didn't do. It didn't make you feel better. It made your ass ignore it. It made your ass be distracted and focus on other things, forgive it, and leave it alone. It's water under the bridge. We ain't got to mention it no more. That's what it made you do. That's why, Black America, you got to pick up the Black Bible. You got to pick up the Black Bible with Black Jesus. See, this is just one Jesus. I don't know. It's the only one I read about. It was just one red writing from Jesus. But you got hundreds, thousands of Jesuses. Black America, that's literally on wood. You want to see the cross? I'm just saying. I ain't gonna read y'all nothing and stuff. We don't read it during this time unless we reading William Joseph Simmons, because see, that's very significant. Because in this book right here, where you finna see Black Jesus, in this book, this the Black Bible, you better go get it. That man said that the Klan is in heaven too. Hell, they robed up. They got on their robes and shit. The horse probably got on the robe, but they galloping in the sky, y'all. You Black people better start thinking for yourself historically. See, that's why you can't think for yourself and come up on your original thoughts and how you perceive your truth. You can't come up with your own truth because you're missing that fundamental historical knowledge, the history. We missing that. But let me show you Jesus, one of them. This right here is our Jesus, right there. It's hundreds of them, hundreds, thousands of them. And while you sitting there clamoring, giving up your all, yeah, we got 2 people in here, and I thank you, my family, because I'm gonna cover this up, because you know I don't like to be distracted by the numbers and stuff. I truly don't. I ain't gonna be here long anyway. Yeah, I'm not gonna be here that long because I gotta go out and do some things myself, because I don't know if some more snow coming or what, but I don't like it and I don't want to be in it. But I just want to come on and let y'all know that you got to pick up the Black Bible, because we need to be calling on our own higher power. Us. We are God. We are goddess. We the ones we waiting on. We the ones we waiting on. I don't know if you need to really call inside of yourself or how you gonna do it, but you got to go within. You got to know. You got to be able to accept that everything you done learned and you was taught, it's all wrong. You got to be able to give yourself permission to. Shit, I had to ask my higher power before I took him out of the box and stuff. If I hadn't took my higher power out of the box, I wouldn't know what to call him. I wouldn't. Someday y'all be saying, oh, face just confused as fuck. Yesterday it was Yahweh. Today it's Yahushua. Tomorrow it's Buddha. Then it's Krishna. Then it's Zoroaster. Then it's Horus. You know, I think all of y'all need to talk to each other. I'm just saying, because somewhere along the way, the collective, the Black collective, we missing that most fundamental question. Where are we going after life? And who gonna be up there? What's it gonna be like? It ain't gonna be all peachy keen. Like this American dream supposed to be peachy keen. What's so motherfucking peachy about this oppression right here? The American dream. You can get the American dream, a piece of the pie. What? So heaven being all of that and more, what make you think it's true? What make you think it's true? I'm just saying, black people, we're gonna have to wake up and look at reality. Look at reality, not just here. I don't know, as concerned as we as a people, we very religious. So very, you ain't got a doubt if black people got a relationship with God, with the higher power, the creator. I just call it cosmic energy. It's too many names for me and stuff, I just call it cosmic energy. I'm sure I'll find one that I really resonate with, one name and stuff. But I feel like everybody need to be asking here, is you taking me to heaven with white folks? And start asking them, can you see the truth as far as your ever after? That's what we concerned about. We live our whole life and our children's lives. Because the way we make our children go to church, yeah, you go sit in this church. Until we get old enough and we just be like, it just ain't even worth it no more and stuff. But the way we come at that and stuff, we got to put that same energy in these questions so we can find out the truth. We so traumatized, we can't even imagine that we get to heaven and stuff, and it's another motherfucking slave mentality that white folks done created. Louis Farrakhan wrote a song. I listened to it one time. We did. The white man's heaven is the black man's hell. All of these little nuggets of knowledge, and we don't pay no attention to them just because we don't know. We just been forgetting everything that white folks, and they got so much to hide. So much. No wonder they keep our ass distracted with everything. I'm telling you, your ass better turn off Andy Griffith. You better turn off Hell's Kitchen. You better turn that shit off. Just turn that bullshit off. You ain't gonna put on nothing that's teaching us what it's finna look like. I'm just saying, if your ass can't look out there now and see that, damn, this ain't even like the world was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. There's something wrong with you. To really think that all of this is being built up for the betterment of life. They might say the betterment of mankind and stuff, because mankind is different from humanity. But, I don't want to get into the wordplay and stuff, because that's very deep with this cursive ass language on my people. I just want to come on and read a little bit. I really want us to get done with this book right here, but you know me, I got to talk a little bit and warm up before I get there and stuff, because I won't be reading. I'll be stuttering and all that shit. So, yeah, let me just get the fundamentals out the way, because it'll help me. I'm Face the Nation. We're on Bolden Unchained. We're here to assist Black America with the many agendas, events, projects, operations, laws, codes, acts, compromises, memorandums. I know. I thought memos were like just a little note. Like this right here. That's what I thought memos was. If you feel brave, it produces interleukin. And, I ain't no medical doctor, nothing, but I wrote down it fights cancer more than anything else. And yeah, you better start every day. Oh, I feel brave. I'm so brave. Oh, I'm brave. I am brave. For whatever. You brave because you stopped at the yellow light. Because most people act like they think your ass supposed to run the yellow light. For what? The other person knowing you got the yellow light, they expecting your ass to stop. Because they finna speed up, because they life finna be green. So why you go, whatever it is, feel brave about something, shit. Feel brave that you actually tried to cook a meal with no meat. Be brave. Just feel brave. That's what I thought this was like memos. I didn't know it was whole targets. That's what memos are, memorandums against Black people. All this, we got codes, plans, the King Alfred plan. Oh, honey, it's so many against my people. I'm motherfucking appalled. Who the fuck signed all of this? You can't tell me ain't nobody seen it, didn't nobody know nothing, not a word or a whisper. Through any area of life. And through every area of life. But white supremacy controlled it. That's what Neely Fuller said. Every area of life is controlled by white supremacy / racism. I'm just really upset and feel betrayed, you know, not only by white folks, but black folks too. That's done got in position, you know, and they acted a good game, talked a good game like they was all for us and stuff. But after our greats who were sincere about us weren't there anymore, it's like that's when they started plotting and taking them little pillars of comfort and selling us out, sacrificing. Oh yeah, I put my signature on it. How much raise you said they were gonna be? $2,500 on my check. All right, you know, on that salary, what however they get paid. So I'm just saying, you know, and then y'all as the people, because I ain't never been into politics. I never, except for when Obama got in there, and then you know we voted for Obama and shit. And then I'm like, I started thinking to myself and shit, did his ass know that it's a time limit on slavery? I was thinking that then. I just didn't know, you know, what it all meant and stuff, because it seemed like no, it really can't be and stuff. I mean, hell, why we ain't getting our reparations? Is we supposed to be like we always been? And if that's the case, what's happening? But then when you come to today, our asses is literally being pushed back. So, you know, yeah, I'm really like ringing the bell. Is it a motherfucking time limit on slavery? God damn it. If it is, tell us. Let us know. And white people and other people of the world and stuff that's done came across that information, that yeah, face it is. Why the fuck y'all ain't said nothing? Well, for the Bible teaching everybody, whatever Bible you got, is so many of them. And ain't it teaching to love your fellow man? Ain't that what it teaching you? Don't nobody even love the black man. That's because he's God. That's because he's God. And the black woman is goddess. I can't make it no more simpler for black people so we can finally change our mindset. If you don't get nothing else, just get the fact that you need to change your mindset. Black America, the collective, we need to change our mindset and stuff, because honey, it truly ain't what we thought it was. It sure ain't. But let me get the copyright disclaimer out the way, because you know you have to do that until they change it back to 1908. And you probably can't say nothing. I probably can't even say nobody's names, even do much to talk to us and stuff. I'm just wondering, where's all of this bullshit going for black people? What the hell does this mean? You know, I'm just wondering. You know, don't worry, just be wary. You know, I'm a little concerned about this stuff, but see, I know I got faith. I got just as much faith as y'all got now. Shit, you can't tell me he, her. But to me, you know, the higher power, the creator, my cosmic energy, if I got to choose one, it's going to be a female. It's a female. It's giving birth up there. Stars, storms, rainbows, everything. Black holes being formed and created, and so it's giving birth. And the black woman gives birth to. It's all triple black. Black. Other women of the world give birth to, but they got like a little reddish tint behind their womb. In my opinion, hell, I don't know. I'm just saying, we different. But you know, copyright disclaimer under 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 was allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now, fair use being criticizing, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and for research purposes and stuff. I can get with that. That's what the fair use is for and stuff. But this right here is that like, you know, going to be reneged too? You can read it, but you can't criticize it. We should have never integrated. We just should have never integrated. That was the worst thing we ever did. You know, now we can't even see our life without white folks. Yeah. Shit, if I were y'all, I'd be mad at somebody. You motherfucker, you mean I gotta spend the rest of my life here? Yeah, no, you don't. All you gotta do is separate. Just do no more than you got to do. That's what I do. Yeah, other than work, or passing ass in the store or somewhere, at the car wash or whatever. That's it. I don't need other people in my life, in my business, or in my presence. I don't. That's what you're gonna have to do, Black America. Yeah, you too traumatized to remain as you are. You got to evolve. Yeah, we got to evolve. You see the way the world is evolving? Not in your favor, but you see the way the world is evolving. You got to evolve too. It's unfortunate because you got to evolve everything. I know, there you go. You got to evolve everything. The way you live, the way you talk, the way, well, not really the way you talk, because I ain't even finna become politically correct. Fuck that shit. This the last round. I'm just glad I got to the fight. So no, I'm not finna try to become politically correct and stuff, you know. And as far as my cussing and stuff, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I can cuss. Hell, I've been cussing since I was 2. When I started saying good morning, good morning, because I hit the floor running when I was a little girl and stuff. And I've been cursing. CURSING. We've been cursing us ever since we learned to say good morning. You might as well say good day. You're black people. This language is a curse for us. It might not be for other folks. Hell, other folks wasn't kept in a metal mask for 100 years. Other folks was not kept away from reading and learning. They were just ignorant anyway. We was done like that. And I don't know, you know, the way the language was used against us and taught to us, and we were made to accept it. That's where the cursing come in on this language with us. Yeah, I had no idea. We all the teachers I done had, I had, like, you know, you get different teachers except for that one teacher that follow your ass all through your school years and stuff. Nobody ever told us though. Let's see where we at in this book right here. Because, yeah, this book is taking a little bit long. This is one of our better readings. Well, it's a better reading because it put us in a better frame of mind rather than all of the savageness. But, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly, they try to put in a motherfucking movie. No, we're going to learn about the good, the bad, the ugly, the savage, and the ravishness. And, you know, and all of y'all think that white women are so calm and peaceful and generous. Oh, they're nurturers. They ass can't nurture nothing. They ain't never nurtured nothing. Even today, their asses don't seem to be nurturing nothing. I'm just saying, to me, you know, that's the portrayal that they done picked up from black women, and they carrying that. But yeah, it's a good pretense. It's a good pretense. But honey, I'm telling you, the whole idea, the whole belief that it was only the white man that was terrorizing and taunting black people. The white woman was just as brutal. The white woman was just as brutal. It was because of her that a lot of the lynchings and torturings and burnings even happened, because of the white woman and stuff, you know. And now for us to actually think her motherfucking ass is innocent in all of this that I see, oh hell no. No, because I'm just waiting. The shit finna hit the fan. I'm just waiting. And all of y'all, because I want to let y'all asses know, wake the fuck up and quit crying here. Sabrina want to run her ass back over there with her clanimal. Then that's what she gonna do. Because this all was just infiltration anyway. Look at here. We even write on newspapers. Look, this was some years ago. We wrote on that newspaper. I don't know what the hell I was at. But it says, oh, this is Paul Cuff. It might have been coffee because I got coffee on this thing right here. But in the book, it's Paul Cuff, Cuff. You know, he was a sailor, and he got his freedom. He was so free on the waters and stuff. You know, he started out with a little bitty rowboat. But before you knew it, Paul had a fleet of ships. He had a fleet of ships. He was just sailing from coast to coast all over the world, honey, with his goods and his trades. And you see Paul in his big ship, and then you see the other 11. I think it's 12 in a fleet. I don't know. Might be 17. I do not know. But yeah, it's all that. It is all that. And you see all of them behind him and stuff. That's his. So when he would pull up at the dock, I can see it now. Folks just well, where's your captain at the owner? And Paul like, this is my ship. And those, all of them is my ship. So, you know, it was a little jealousy probably. I'm pretty sure at first. But once they seen that, hey, this is an upstanding man, you know, and he's just doing his purpose. He's bringing us goods. Ain't no harm being done and stuff, you know. So Paul was very successful. Paul Cuff. But on here it's got Paul Coffee. But, you know, it said that he was the first black man to start the Back to Africa movement. I knew about Marcus Garvey being the first, but it said right here that Paul Coffee. I got coffee right here in the paper. The newspaper look like it's kind of rolled up, but The first Black to Africa movement by Paul Coffey. Over 20 years, Paul Coffey personally transported 38 African Americans to Freetown, Sierra Leone. See, when all that traveling and stuff, that sailing and stuff, he felt like he was free. He was so free. When he would come up on each shores and each coast and stuff, and he would see his people and how we was and stuff. And it touched his heart. He started thinking, where can I help my people get to? How can I help my people? So it was Sierra Leone. He met with the leaders there, and they came up on, an agreement, and Black people could move there and stuff. And they'll have citizenship. They'll have rights and stuff. As soon as they get there and stuff, bam, they set up. He was the first one that did it. That's how I read it in the book and stuff. And then I got side note, white sponsored American Colonization Society transported nearly 10,000 Blacks. Yeah, but then they stopped doing it because they said it was too much money. But they transported nearly 10,000 Black people for $180 a piece. But when you got 10,000, that's like $180,000. So they were like, yeah, that's too much. And then on here we got Henry Bookman, the first person in the nation to die by execution in the electric chair in 1915, the year that the Ku Klux Klan was revived, by William Joseph Simmons. Yeah, I had that on that paper right there. I'm going to put it back in the book, because Mary McLeod Bethune started with a little pencil, honey, they were writing on leaves when they ran out of paper and stuff. They sure was leaves. You heard me right. Mary McLeod Bethune. She left from down south, went up north. I don't know, she went to Chicago somewhere. Started her school with $1.50. We got Mary pencil right here. But Mary didn't give up. That was her purpose. Now, when you look at Mary McLeod Bethune, she got statues and museums and schools, all in her name. Still functioning, still contributing to us. And when we read about her, and I left, and I found this little pencil, and I thought about Mary. Yep, Mary McLeod Bethune. So, all of this right here is for us. But we gotta learn all of it. We just got to learn all of it. And we look it through a spiritual lens too, since I done told y'all I'm not religious. I don't forgive nothing, And we look it through a spiritual lens, y'all, of loyalty, resilience, and education. I want us to know who the hell are we loyal to. Can't be white folks no more. No, it can't be white folks no more. You can be civil. I'm a civil person. My mom taught me how to be civil shit. I know how to treat people. So, we can be civil with each other and stuff. You don't see the animal kingdom just out there attacking each other for no reason. I mean, hell, the lion must be hungry, shit. The deer was just caught in the woods and stuff. Shit, don't be where you ain't supposed to be. I'm just saying we can be civil with each other and with other people of the world and stuff, but we need to come together for us. Because we're at a position right now, at a time right now where we ain't got no guidance. We ain't got no foundation of Black Americans. I'm just saying, we ain't got no foundation or no resources for us. We ain't got no, we don't own nothing. That foundation. So, we got to take all that's within us and use it so that we can start building. Because the more that they trying to erase and strip away from us, that's as hard as we need to go, trying to preserve us through our resilience. Well, they trying to erase all our resilience. Everything that our ancestors have built up in America, they trying to erase it. And what? Put back up Robert E. Lee Neal, the Confederates and stuff. Y'all see who coming out the woodwork, the motherfucking clans coming out the woodwork. Just like Anthony Browder said that the geneticists discovered we got 30,000 years worth of DNA in our body's memory. Body memory, 30,000 years of body memory. Our body. I don't know your bone marrow. I don't know your spinal cord. I don't know where it's at. That key element in life that the cosmos didn't give us. The cosmos gave us every one of our keys of dominance except for melanin, because they knew white folk were going to try to take it from us. The cosmos did. The cosmos knew that's that one key we cannot give to our masterpiece, the Black man and the Black woman. When it manifested us, because it wanted to experience humanity, that's why we're here. The cosmos wanted to experience humanity, not mankind. The Adam and Eve was not the first on the planet. They were the first white people on the planet. I'm just saying, hell, they weren't the first people on the planet. Get that through your head. It's even documented. Everybody know, except for you. Some of your family and stuff don't know, but Adam and Eve was not the first. No, they was not. The black man and the black woman was the first on this planet. That's why everybody come from the black man and the black woman. How you gonna be both? Oh, Adam and Eve, Adam and Eve, Adam and Eve. And but then you knowing, educationally, historically, it's been proven that the black man and the black woman, black people, were the first people on the planet. I'm just saying, damn, how y'all gonna be like both sides of your face? And I ain't seen a damn thing. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't read between the lines and stuff. None of this makes sense to me. And I just, as a black woman, and y'all are supposed to be my family, y'all black too. I want y'all to know that, hey, this shit ain't making sense to me. It sure ain't. And I want y'all to know, are we supposed to go to heaven with white folks? Because that don't make sense to me either. I'm talking to black people. Now, white folks want to know. I'll explain to they motherfucking asses why. I sure will. Don't come to me with that, oh, God forgives all. All of that is peaceful in heaven. Ain't no hurt, ain't no pain. How the hell you know? How you know? That's the white man's heaven. He done created in your mind's eye. See, no, can't nobody come and tell me what it might be like. I know my own truth now. Dr. Deborah Bless said, you don't know the truth. This Bible ain't telling you, ain't teaching you the truth. It's teaching you what it wants you to focus on, what you to know. And the pastors and stuff, they ass is helping white folks keep you focused on what they want you to know. Pastors every Sunday, every Saturday, every Wednesday, every time your ass go up in church 9 times a week, them pastors ought to be reading you about these contradictions in the Bible and what it means for us black people. That's what they ought to be doing. I mean, here they ain't gonna pick up no book on Osiris and Horus. They ain't gonna reach out to other pastors and ask them about the history of black folks. And as a pastor, or even Martin Luther King, and he was a pastor, said, I think I led my people in a burning house. Shit, did that one pastor, y'all heard about it, didn't you? A week ago, 2 weeks ago, that one pastor, honey, they locked the whole damn church down till the pastor reached $40,000. Honey, if I wouldn't have told everybody, get your ass up now, let's go. I don't give a damn if we going out the windows or hell going through the sauna room. Cause $40,000 if we as black people in dire straits. Now I ain't seen, I love some of our pastors and stuff. I love Dr. Ray Hayes for even telling us, teaching us how to fish. So we feed ourselves. He teaching us the truth so we can think for ourselves and stuff. But these other pastors just want your tithing, want your money, want you to stay within the chains. They want you to keep believing you're a sinner. Your little baby is a sinner. The baby just 3 days old. You got the baby in church and stuff. Your ass, you still contracting because you still got to come back together again. But you sitting in church, 3-day-old baby, 3-week-old baby. You ain't supposed to bring that baby out of the house to that baby 1 month old. But your ass in church. I ain't going nowhere face but the church. Like it make it right. And then the pastor, you get up in there, the pastor gonna tell you your baby is a sinner. Our baby ain't no sinners. Black babies ain't no sinners. White babies might be sinners. Hell, it were white babies, who got little slave kids when they were 3 days old. You just took your baby to church when it was 3 days old. I'm just saying shit. Maybe you waited till he was 3 weeks. I'm just saying. Don't get mad at me shit. But it said in the book, little white girls got they little slave. They got slave when they were 3 days old. Little white babies. Them the damn sinners. You see how white folks have manipulated this and bamboozled you, black America. That's what they done did to you. Trying to make a fool and a dummy out of you. But I can't let it happen. I can't let my people be made a fool and a dummy. Damn. Ain't somebody got some courage, got some bravery to tell our people to hell, wake your ass up. Shit, I don't know. Shit, don't be bringing no sinning babies over here. Shit, I'm just saying. Shit, y'all the one in that mindset. Your babies ain't sinners. They not. White folks done lied to everybody, done lied to us and stuff, and the whole world act like they really believe white folks is the calmest, most gentlest, most generous, benevolent. I don't really know what that word means and stuff, but I've been saying that a lot of stuff. That white folks is all of that in a bag of chips. Mm, it's fucked up. And then they act like you, black man and black woman, is the white people that we read about in these books. See, white people put all of that on you. This book, this 100 Years of Lynching, I don't even know if we can read it and stuff. That one story I read before I even read them to y'all last night and stuff, I think I cried for like 30 minutes straight. Had to get myself together from what white folks been doing to us and stuff. That's what I need you to see, Black America. That's what I need your ass to know. Who you dealing with, who you finna be in heaven with forever. Oh, forever. Hell, white folks intended you to be slaves on earth forever. You, your baby, your baby's baby, your baby's baby's baby, your baby's 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 babies. White folks intended black people to be slaves forever on earth. And society would have let it happen. You know them motherfuckers would have let it happen if that's what white folks want. That's what white folks can do. And if they choose to propose slavery again, I'm just saying, society will let that shit happen too. Sure will, whatever white folks want. So yeah, you ain't got long. I don't know, it might be 10 years, might be 1 year, I don't know. I don't even know what it's gonna be like. You know, hell, right now they talking about letting 14-year-olds go work. Overnight. 14-year-olds go work. Oh, in the fields, I guess, where the immigrants used to be. Hell, I don't know. I was just like, shit, get your damn kids to go out there and work. Shit, you better get their ass some big umbrellas and get their ass out there in them fields. But they want 14-year-olds. Black people, not your 14-year-olds. Your ass better be creating. You better be building. You better be in your community, reading, doing a garden or something. I got so much for us to do and stuff, honey. If you can get your mind right, you won't even miss not being around white folks. I promise you won't, but you got to give yourself the chance so we can grow. We ain't got time to be in no motherfucking fields no more. Shit, you got rid of the ones that was happy getting us our fruits and vegetables and stuff, but that's all right because you finna put your fruits and vegetables in the house. I'm just saying, shit. If you where the weather is pliable and copacetic and stuff, honey, throw a potato out the back and an onion out the front. I'm just saying. Start you a motherfucking garden and shit here. Build you a moat around your house. A motherfucker try to jump over that ditch and go over there and get some of your tomatoes and shit here. Yeah, some gonna raise up and bite the hell out of they motherfucking ass and shit. Maybe have you some pit bulls in the yard and stuff too. Ain't nobody gonna come over there. Man, will you please throw me a tomato? I'm so hungry, man. Just throw it in my hand. I'm gonna wait over here. I know you got them pit bulls out there. So I'm just saying, we're gonna have to build up and fortify our own self, feed ourselves, clothe ourselves. I used to be a good seamstress. That was my first job when I had that first baby, you know. And I was a good seamstress. If I get me a sewing machine right now, whoever sew, you into arts and craft and sewing and stuff, honey, get your channel. I'm gonna try to get me a used sewing machine, honey. I'll be on your channel. I'll be sewing too. I'll hold up my little whatever I done sewed together and stuff so you can see it. And you teach us so we can start making our own clothes. Hell, I don't wear name brands anyway. I'll be fine to make me a little basic, a little thin t-shirt. If I can, I'll slap my logo on and that's it. You know, that's fine. We need to do whatever we can to get back to them things and stuff. And I'll tell you another thing. You need to be teaching them babies. I heard it on a live where brother said that he teach his babies how to set the table. I can see your 5-year-old setting the table. Get her own little, get your baby, I need to hold this page right here. Get your baby her own little cabinet where she gonna have her own little plates, her own little silverware and stuff. So when she come and set the table, you know, she ain't gotta wait for your ass to come in the kitchen and get the plates out of the cabinet. She just go to her little cabinet right there and get the plates. She just fine. Damn. She can get the place, get the little orange juice, glasses and stuff. She got her little silverware and stuff, and she could go set the table. Yeah. So he was saying he teach his baby girl how to do that, and other black people is jealous. Oh, you think she all that? You put her above all that and stuff. And I see that. I can get that because that's how white folks have made us be. Oh, hell no. I'll be back now. Oh, I'm back, y'all. Shit. Hey, motherfucking man. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Yeah. Oh, anytime that happen, y'all, mute yourself. It's a big ass tower or something. It ain't real big like them huge ones. But it's right outside the bedroom window right there. And you can literally hear it and feel it in your chest and shit. So every time I hear that motherfucker, I'm running. I'll be back. So when you hear it, if it ain't too loud for you and stuff. But if it is, just mute yourself and stuff. Because I'm like, damn, what the fuck is that? But it's really loud, especially if I'm in the room. It's like you just got boom, 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 a big bass. You know how you be at the club and stuff when I was like 14 and I snuck in the club. Oh, damn. Back, y'all, because that shit right there. Let me read so I can get up out of here and stuff. Cause I don't like that. I don't like that. Nah, I didn't know that was gonna be. It ain't really a whole lot of times and stuff, but it's enough. And you can feel that in you and stuff. Cause my neighbor, when I first moved over here, we finna read a little bit. When I first moved here, my neighbor on the right passed away. And my ancestor was telling me, Face, go meet your neighbors. Go meet your neighbors. And when as soon as I get done getting everything together, I'm gonna go meet everybody and stuff. Well, like a week later, I know I was smelling something. I just kept washing the walls and stuff because I was like, there's something with the walls and stuff and the borders and stuff. The man over there had passed away. He was in his apartment deceased. I was like, that was like, I never knew what a dead body smelled like before, so I didn't know that that's what it was. And then a few months later, or I guess 6-7 months later, I don't know. I've just been in the time zone, the twilight zone or something. And then this man over here on the left side passed away, y'all. It was that same smell, but it was faint. And then one day it was like, that's what it is. And I was knocking on my other neighbor's doors. Hey, you smell that? Can you come over here? And that's what it was. And so now I'm up to the point where, hell, this motherfucker that's going off, and I can feel it reverberating through my chest, throwing me off. Then and people, people is ill. People got, have blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, whatever. I'm like, shit, and all of this high vibrating and stuff. No. So when I hear that motherfucker, I'm soon to run up out of here, and that's why. That's why. If it's too loud for you, I'll mute my button so you see me come back or something, because I don't know what all of this stuff is. But I know I ain't finna sit around. Yep. I'm just saying. Shit, probably somebody like, shit, hell, I took out running, face. Shit. Hell, I'm in there cooking. I done took out running out the house. But yeah, that's some shit right there. I don't know if I'm overthinking about it or what. And try not to move into no apartments where they putting these cell towers on top of these apartments and shit. They already got that big chandelier motherfucker over by nursing homes and piker schools. They got them over by the homeless shelters. All of that shit is for 5G. All of that shit is going to connect together. Anybody with a weakened immune system, I guess that's how you would put it. Because both of my neighbors seem to have weakened immune systems. That's why I didn't know them, but it seemed like they were, a little ill. They had issues and stuff. I'm talking to the other neighbors and stuff. But before it to happen and like that and stuff, I'm like, oh, it just wasn't no illness. Maybe it was, but something, it was unusual to me. So I feel like, they ought to go down on my rent for that motherfucker out there. I'm just saying, yeah. But just monitor yourself. Do what you need to do for you. I ain't nobody's mama but mine. And I hope, when they listen to this and stuff, they be like, yeah, mama always say, do right for yourself. Be loyal to yourself and stuff. Yeah. Okay, well, let's see where we was at, because damn, I lost my page and stuff. And we had we read about the slave routes, the currents. Yep, I'm gonna get a marker and I'm gonna mark those so we can see it a little better, maybe an ink pen. Because I did read, or I heard about it one time, that the storms and stuff, they travel along these slave routes. Yeah, I don't know, because I ain't never really traveled and stuff like that. Oh, white women supported slavery. I guess we'll start here, since I can't seem to. Oh, yeah, we'll start here. But there it is right there. That's my page right there, 175. White women supported slavery. You see this right here is More Dirty Little Secrets by Dr. Claude Anderson and his son, Brant Anderson. And this is volume 2, because I don't have volume 1 and the other books and stuff. You still can get his books on Amazon, too. Dr. Claude Anderson. They not the library. He had the 5 for 100 when I got them. But now you got to pay for them individually. But still go get them. You reach that financial pinnacle, go start your library. Go add to your library, Okay, white women supported slavery. White women supported and benefited from black slavery just like white men. Didn't I tell you? I'm glad somebody told me to go get this book. Go get this book right here. Because I did. I thought white women was, they just wasn't able to help us. They were just too fragile to help us. But that wasn't the case at all. So what? White women co-owned, co-controlled, co-influenced, and inherited nearly 100% of everything that white men gained from slavery. White women got nearly 100% of everything. Then her ass even got her own slave when she was like 3 days old, 3 weeks old, 3 months old, 3 years old, whenever the white parents decided, yeah, we're going to give Missy her own slave to rock her. And Missy ain't but 3 her own self. 5 years old. I think when the slave children were 5, I think it was like 5 or 6 years old, That's when they can go to the field or to the big house. In a plantation field or in the home, white women's power was second only to that of the white male. Moreover, the female mistress or wife could be just as cruel as the male master. They lived together in the same house, slept in the same bed, went to the same church, put their feet under the same table, lived in the same community, and raised the same children. Even single white females could legally own slaves and dominate any black person. When George Washington married Martha, she brought 153 slaves that she owned into their marriage. See, Martha got her slaves when she was a little girl. She probably was that 3-year-old. She probably was that 3-year-old, that 3-month-old that got her first slave. Yeah, those are your sinners. I don't give a damn about no fact. Then the founding fathers don't say that. Well, the founding fathers were sinners. Respectfully, the founding fathers' asses were sinners, and the mistresses were sinners. White women were sinners. White babies were sinners. Yeah, they were sinners. That's it, and that's all. That's what you need to know, black people. They were sinners, and they still are. They still are. Y'all sitting here thinking Jesus came to save you from your sins, to wash away your sins and stuff. Ain't said a damn thing about what he supposed to do for white folks and they sins. Oh, why is that? Cause he look like him? Is that cause they look like him? So yeah, they obsolete for consequences and and answering for what they've done, their forefathers have done and stuff. It just don't matter no more. But they still perpetrate these same things that they ancestors did. So yeah, none of this even makes sense to me and stuff, honey. I want y'all all to know. White folks that's in your lives, white people that's in your lives and stuff, honey, when they ask you what gives, what's up, I want you to be confident, be brave enough to let their ass know what's up. Let their ass know what's up. So they can tell you, hopefully, what's up with their motherfucking asses. Some of them gotta love you enough and tell you the truth. That's what I would think, for all the love. But yeah, let's read though. I'm just saying. A point that is rarely made, very rarely, is that white women held the responsibility for disciplining the black domestics. Yep. The cleaners and the caretakers for the babies, those that were domestic workers. The white wives and white mistresses was cruel to black women, who they suspected of having sexual relations with white males, especially the masters. Now, how in the hell could they blame that on black women who were slaves? You see what how? But see, it's just a way, a reason, an excuse, a means, so that they can bring out that evilness in them. That's all it was. Sexual relations. It was rape. Molestation. They were raping black men too. It wasn't just black women. I read it in one of them books I tried to read and go through some of the pages and stuff. And yeah, honey, they were raping the hell out of black men. White men was raping the hell out of black men. I know even that in itself is something like, nah, face, we can't read that. We can't go through that. Oh, yes, the fuck we are. Yes, we are. It happened too. Besides severely beating female slaves, white female slave owners sometimes inflicted cruel physical punishments, like having a breast cut off, fingernails pulled out, or faces disfigured. There are recorded instances where female slaves were thrown down steps or embankments to induce miscarriages. White female slave owners did not want their own children to have half-white sisters and brothers. White female writers usually use their profession to defend and support slavery. In the early 1800s, Susan Pettigrew King, a novelist, defended slavery, stating, "Black slaves have as much contempt in slavery in their ways as we whites have." Louisa S. McCord, a poet, dramatist, and essayist on social matters, who wrote under her initials in influential Southern journals, argued that it was the Christian duty of white people to enslave blacks. And you call yourself a Christian. Finally, you so comfortable with being a Christian and stuff, don't even know what it costs you. Don't know what it costs you. That's your religion for you. I mean, yeah, you can't think. I know. I sympathize with you. I feel so sorry for y'all. But you know, I don't pity you though. I'm gonna teach you the truth. I want you to know what's really. Yeah, I want you to know what's really between them lines. And that's all. Yep. When the Civil War broke out, she used her money to support her beliefs. She purchased clothing and weapons for an entire Confederate company. I hope that was the motherfucking company that Robert Smalls and the black crew stole the Confederate ship. I hope that was the company. Ooh, ancestors, let it be revealed that was the company. And see, the ship that they stole was called the Planter. So we'll have to find out which Confederate company did Louisa S. McCord did she support? Because she supported the entire Confederate company. The history seems to be forgotten today when feminists proclaim throughout history. This history seems to be forgotten today when feminists proclaim that throughout history, women have been as exploited and deprived as black people. That's a motherfucking lie. If that is the case, and since white women benefited from and supported centuries of black enslavement, then when did black people ever enslave and benefit from exploiting white women? It never happened. Consequently, there is nothing more unequal than treating white women and blacks as equal. I'm going to have to mark this page right here. And this is our book. I sent the other books back to the library till I can get them for myself. But this is our book, so I can mark in it if I want to. Okay, let's go back to where we was at. Blacks in Reconstruction Politics. Ooh, boo. Yeah, over time we'll be going back to this. So if there's some stories that I missed and stuff. Oh, how about this? Let's get to this. I don't think I read this. President Garfield foresaw his death. Annihilation of nearly 500,000 Civil War soldiers and assassination of President Abraham Lincoln transfixed the nation on death for over a generation. 4 months into his term of office, President James Garfield became preoccupied with the possibility of his own death. He called Secretary of War Robert Todd Lincoln to discuss the assassination of his father, Abraham Lincoln. Garfield asked questions about how it must have felt to be John Wilkes Booth, Abraham Lincoln, or a member of Lincoln's family. Robert Todd shared his feelings with Garfield, then departed. This meeting between Robert Todd and President Garfield took place on June the 30th. On July the 2nd, Charles Guiteau, Guiteau, I don't know how to say it, fired 2 shots at President Garfield and mortally wounded him. Only 2 days after President Garfield had openly expressed concern about his death. Garfield was shot at the very same Washington Railroad station where Robert Todd Lincoln had met and was saved by John Wilkes Booth's brother. Was this an instance of predestination? Blacks in Reconstruction Politics. Black Americans elected to national and state offices during Reconstruction after Civil War were a novelty, and their power was mostly symbolic. They exercised little power or control and produced no significant legislation to benefit newly freed slaves. At best, they helped some black people get jobs in the postal service as process servers and sheriffs in a few all-black towns. Although hundreds of blacks, most of them former slaves, served in state legislatures, only a few served as judges. No blacks were elected governor, though blacks were the majority population in 6 southern states. In the state of Louisiana, Pickney B.S. Pinchback, a northern black and former Union soldier, we read about him, won the office of lieutenant governor, and he served as acting governor when the white governor was indicted for corruption. Several blacks were elected to the office of lieutenant governor, state treasurer, and secretary of state. 2 blacks became senators in Congress. Hiram Revels, Hiram, Hiram, Revels, and Blanche K. Bruce, Blanche K. Bruce, Bruce, both Mississippi natives who were educated in the North. During the 10-year Reconstruction period, blacks elected to public office, they didn't have the benefit of a quality education, political experience, or an economic base, but they did the best they could with what little bit they had. They were, however, locked into an implied public policy that stipulated that black elected officials must, 1, avoid a group or black agenda. Is that why we avoid the black agenda? Still to this day, even though shit done changed. But see, it's that 30-year memory of body's memory. Now, them motherfuckers just some damn sellouts. That's what it is. It says right here. They were, however, locked into an implied public policy. It was implied. Yeah, you are the governor. You are, on the member. You're a member of the team or whatever. But it's understood that you won't do nothing about no black agenda. You want to join it. You won't try to form it, create it, nothing. You just sit your ass there and just sign papers, letting white folks do whatever, like y'all asses is doing today. Your politicians, your sellout motherfuckers. So that was number 1, avoid a group or a black agenda. Number 2, focus on individual merit and achievement. You can't do these things. It said right there. It's a public policy that stipulated that black elected officials must avoid a black agenda. They must not focus on individual merit and achievement. And never hold whites accountable. That's the 3rd thing. Never hold whites accountable for centuries of black slavery. These same policies remain in effect in these present times. That's what it said in the book right there. Yep. Yeah. Oh, no, it says you must focus on individual merit and achievement, not collective merit and achievement. So, yeah, see, I guess it's saying that, yeah, you got to avoid a black agenda. You got to avoid any uplifting of black collective, the black people. And you can't never hold white people. You can't never condemn or try to convict or chastise white people. Yeah. So, yeah, you did. You became successful. And you had every right to. Yeah, everybody will root you on to become successful. Your people, your community, your ancestors, white folks. I see you were doing it for you. And you can. It said right there. Yeah. Focus on individual merit and achievement, but not collective. And that seems like what we doing today. Focusing on our own individual merit and achievement and success and goals, and not for the collective, for black people. These same policies remain in effect in its present times. It's in the book right there. Dr. Claude Anderson been fighting for us his whole life, like 60 years. And all these people sitting in these political positions and stuff. All them motherfuckers. I ought to tell the ancestors on them right now. But they know, and they gonna get theirs too. 2 of a kind. For nearly half a century, J. Edgar Hoover used the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, to spy on and discredit elected officials, gay people, and black leaders. But Hoover was not the first to use the power of the federal government to spy on, harass, and punish those that he did not personally like. Much earlier in the late 1800s, Teddy Roosevelt did the same motherfucking thing. President Roosevelt used his office to spy on and blackmail members of Congress. Whenever he anticipated close votes on an issue, Teddy Roosevelt would dispatch the Secret Service to dig up dirty information about members of Congress. Yep. He was always interested in finding out which members of Congress frequented the Capitol whorehouses, the red light districts, or picked up prostitutes off the street. He then used this information to force the congressional member in question to vote the administration's position on any issue. So instead of motherfuckers saying, yeah, so what? Yeah, I went and bought some prostitutes. They just let them ruin generations of life. He was always, before Roosevelt assumed the office of president, Congress passed an amendment requiring the Secret Service to limit its investigation to the activities of the executive branch of government. President Roosevelt, who was fearful of the growing number of communist cells in America, asked for an appeal of the amendment and lobbied to have the Secret Service investigate any individual or organization whose political ideologies were inconsistent with mainstream American thinking, like the Panthers. I'm just asking. A generation later, when federal officials established the COINTELPRO and the King Alfred Plan, you know we be talking about the King Alfred Plan. Confirmation. A generation later, when federal officials established the COINTELPRO, it's got that in all caps, y'all. We're going to have to look that up. And the King Alfred Plan to monitor and harass Black Americans, they were simply following a model of government intimidation that President Roosevelt put into place much earlier. See, years ago, when I read about the King Alfred Plan, it said that it was a hidden document. They didn't know where it come from, who had written it or anything, but I recalled that it had something to do with Ronald Reagan, but maybe I was wrong and stuff. But the King Alfred Plan. And today, when they use that King Alfred Plan, and it's going to be to provoke Black men out there in the streets and stuff, so white folks can rise up and start attacking the Black man and stuff. That's what it's for, the King Alfred Plan. It ain't nothing but a provocation so that the police can come out. You go out there on April the 5th to this protest with white folks and stuff, and when they finally get your ass where they want you, and then everybody let you know what the fuck took you so long coming out here helping us and stuff. And then they immediately start jumping on Black people and stuff. Well, when the police get there and stuff, they're going to beat on Black people too and take them to jail. It's a whole setup. Yep. That may be where it reared its ugly head. But when I read it, it's going to happen on the streets. Everyday life. You're going to be just riding down the street and be like, damn, who is all them people beating up somebody right there? And there's going to be a brother getting his ass beat. You ain't going to know why. So all we got to do is just here, take off your earrings and shit, Don't pull your weave off and go on out there and help your brother. I'm just saying. Yeah, we ain't ready for this because we don't know. We thought white folks were sincere with us. A national myth too many. A famous painting hangs in the White House that preserves forever one of the nation's biggest myths. Don't tell me they got Jesus Christ picture. The painting depicts Teddy Roosevelt and his Rough Riders gallantly charging up San Juan Hill, defeating Cuban forces in the 1890s. History books describe the Rough Riders as a motley mixture of cowboys, adventurers, and odd characters raised and led by Theodore Roosevelt to fight in the Spanish-American War. What really happened at San Juan Hill, though, is different, y'all, from the accounts in history books and the images captured in the painting. Ain't that some shit? It is a dirty little secret that a large number of the Rough Riders, or those individuals that the history books refer to as cowboys, adventurers, and odd characters, were Black Buffalo soldiers. Damn son of a bitches done erased every goddamn thing. And see, we got a black book on Black cowboys. Now, this is the real McCoy. Yeah, this is the real McCoy. Let me see if I can find our black book on the Black cowboys, because we got one. Your baby's going to love it. Your baby's going to love it. Oh, honey, they going to want horses. They going to get me a saddle now. I need a saddle. Get them a saddle. See, we got a book on black cowboys. So much we don't even know. Then they motherfucking ass try to be mad because the Little Mermaid was black. I got to read that one more time. History books describe the Rough Riders as a motley mixture of cowboys, adventurers, and odd characters raised and led by Theodore Roosevelt to fight in the Spanish-American War. Okay. Man, you know what I think? Taking them forever. The people ought to just be meeting them halfway. If they can. Oh, there they go. Oh. What really happened at San Juan Hill is different from the accounts in history books and the images captured in the painting. It is a dirty little secret that a large number of the Rough Riders, or those individuals that the history books refer to as cowboys, adventurers, and odd characters, they were black buffalo soldiers, y'all. These motherfuckers done lied about everything. Except we'll give their ass humanoid Sophia, all the futuristic stuff. Not GPS. GPS, global positioning system, that was invented by a black woman, I think. Or maybe that was the camera, the ring camera and stuff. But black people invented the GPS. It might have been a black woman or the black man. You know, they can't have that. But all these 5G towers, that's they shit. Yeah, you can have that anti-life bullshit that y'all created. These flying cars and shit, you can have your flying cars that anti-life shit. You know, do they even consider what they doing to Earth's natural magnetic field? The birds and stuff, the sea life and stuff, it's got that navigates by the Earth's magnetic shield. They putting up all this man-made shit and it's throwing everything off. It just is. If the truth be known, Teddy Roosevelt, his ass didn't even lead the Rough Riders in a charge up San Juan Hill. His ass didn't. See, that's why you got to, this to be the perfect book right here to read to your babies. Yep, if you see any stories in here, you know that's going to upset them and stuff. Just skip over them and go to the other ones and stuff. That way, when they sitting in class, you know, or on Zoom, however it's going to be, and somebody get to mention Teddy Roosevelt, honey, your baby can stand up and be like, Miss Mary, you a lie. And my mama said, lie is not no cuss word, but you can call my nana if you want to, because Teddy Roosevelt didn't even lead the Rough Riders. And all of them cowboys and adventurers and odd characters was black. It's in the book my nana read to me. I'm just saying, my mama read me that book every night. And I tell her, read me about Paul Cuff or Paul Coffey. Because, you know, in one book it say Paul Cuff, and this one here it say Paul Coffey. You know, so yeah, I'm just saying, teach your babies and stuff. We should have been doing this. So see, white folks got a head start on us, but that's all right, because we got a motherfucking multiverse start on them. We ain't got no beginning. They ass do. Hey, it is what it is. Maybe that right there is just gonna be, you know, the reason why we can be okay. We ain't got to seek vengeance and be mad and be bitter at their asses and stuff. Just keep their ass at arm's length. They can't even touch me no more. No. I just have to tell some of them I don't give hugs no more. I sure don't need you to pray for me. No, if you pray for me, you better be praying to my ancestors. You sure better, honey. But let's read. He led his troops up Kettle Hill. That's a smaller hill, y'all, in the front. It's in the front of and to the right of San Juan Hill. That bastard. He didn't even lead the Rough Riders to the big hill where the battle was at. He led them to this little small hill up the front where you just kick over a little dirt right there. Maybe put your flag in the dirt like they said that man did when he went to Mars. Buzz, whatever his name is, and stuff. Yeah. He led his troops up Kettle Hill, a smaller hill in the front of and to the right of San Juan Hill. Man, I'm just telling you, black man. You know how we be like, man, we need to be like black man. Yeah. Oh, wow. This is something. By the time Roosevelt had descended Kettle Hill and followed the rest of the American army up San Juan Hill, the Cubans were long gone. Hell, they already done left. You can't make this shit up. These some motherfucking cowards. By the time his motherfucking ass came down the little bitty hill, y'all, and he at the end, y'all, everybody else in front of his ass, and he followed the rest of the American army up San Juan Hill. The Cubans were long gone. Shit, you couldn't even find nothing. Their ass had been gone. The trail was cold. I'm just saying, the trail was cold. Yet, Teddy Roosevelt rode the San Juan Hill myth and image of only white soldiers at San Juan Hill into the United States presidency and history. But honey, he rode that lie. He rode that lie till he can't ride it no more. Till right now, me and other of my like-minded family, sisters and brothers and gods and goddesses read it in this book and kicked his ass off of there. Get your ass off of there. You know your motherfucking ass wasn't even there. Your ass, you might have well stood behind the car until the fight was over. I'm just saying you might have well stood and hid until the fight was over. And then you came out. But now, honey, they lied that he rode that motherfucking line right on up. Yep. Right on up the ladder. That's what I see in my opinion. That's my opinion. Right on up to the presidency. Yep. And they're still setting up in history like some hero. Neither the painting nor the myths include the role played by the Black Buffalo Soldiers who had been reassigned from the American West to help Roosevelt fight in the fight with Cuba. He didn't even mention them. They were there to help his motherfucking ass. See, you can't trust them, Black America. The sin is of omission. According to Frederick Remington, a star football player from Yale University who accompanied Roosevelt into battle, that's who Frederick was. Teddy Roosevelt was an incompetent leader and a hindrance in the battle. It was a scary motherfucking sound like. I'm just saying. Shit, hell, don't tell me how to see it, how to read it, and comprehend it. I ain't trying to be disrespectful his ass. I'm being honest about his ass. Shit. No, I'm not prejudiced. I'm suspicious. Shit. Remington said the relocated Black Buffalo Soldiers were the real heroes of the San Juan Hill battle. Remington's conclusion about the San Juan Hill battle was supported by other white officers. Other white officers said, yeah. White officers, by other white officers. Lieutenant John J. Pershing, Pershing, publicly confessed that we officers of the 10th Cavalry could have taken our Black heroes in our arms. Another white officer in the Rough Riders openly agreed, saying, if it hadn't been for the 10th, the Rough Riders would have been exterminated. I am not a Negro lover. My father fought with Mosby's Raiders, and I was born in the South. But the Negroes saved that fight, and the day will come when they will be given credit for their bravery. The history of the Black troopers was also preserved in the popular song of the day entitled, Hats Off to the Boys Who Made Good. Well, white folks must didn't hear about that song, huh? While accepting credit and glory for something that he did not do, Teddy Roosevelt motherfucking ass never publicly acknowledged his indebtedness to Black soldiers. He never told people the truth. Nope. So, Teddy, I want your ass to know the truth is known now. Yep. The truth is known now about your ass. This story about heroes and myths is just another one in the long line of examples to show that Black soldiers throughout this nation's history have been consistent and unwavering warriors, but have never seen a painting, news release, or statue that said, thank you, we are indebted. No sincerity. Oh, y'all want to read about Lincoln's Black blood? The first Dirty Little Secrets book, we ain't got the first one, I wish we did, raised a question about President Abraham Lincoln's race. Before and during his administration, his political opponents referred to him as a Black man and a Black Republican. That's the other side. Yeah, the other political side. Yeah, they frequently use the name Africanus Lincolnus. That's what it said, Africanus Lincolnus. Had Lincoln's political opponents taken the time to read Lincoln's autobiography, which he wrote a year before running for the office of President of the United States, they would have found some hints of his race. In 1859, Abraham Lincoln wrote in his autobiography, if any personal description of me is thought desirable, it may be said I am average in height, 6 feet 4 inches, nearly lean in flesh, weighing on an average 180 pounds, dark complexion with coarse black hair and gray eyes. No other marks or brands recollected. Emphasis added. In 1860, according to the public policies and social customs, a black person was anyone who had 1/16 of a black blood, just a drop. How many pure whites had dark complexions and coarse black hair? This is about as good of a confession as one could expect in a race-conscious, slave-holding nation. As disturbing as it might be to the nation's sight, the evidence strongly suggests that Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator, the 16th president of the United States, had black blood, whether or not he or the country knew it. Despite the strong visual evidence of his racial lineage, Lincoln would do nothing at all, to aid his black brothers. It said brethren. He reluctantly issued the Emancipation Proclamation in January 1863. But before it was the Emancipation Proclamation, it was the Emancipation Declaration. That's what it was before it became this right here. When I find it, I'll let you read more on it because I think I wrote some notes about it. Early in his administration, Simon Cameron, the Secretary of War and a member of Lincoln's cabinet, had pressed Lincoln to free and arm black slaves to fight in the Civil War. President Lincoln not only disagreed with Cameron, but fired him for even suggesting that black slaves should be free and armed. Ain't that some shit? That black motherfucker. I'm just saying. Hell, they said he was black, but hell, he didn't do nothing to help black people. Even though he knew he had a drop of black blood in him. He knew it was some black blood drops in him, but he didn't want to do it and stuff. And then I think it was Frederick Douglass too, was also a advisor for the president. I don't know if it was this president or one of the others, because I ain't real good with the chronological. I'm finna go. You ain't gotta wear it. With I don't know if it was Frederick Douglass with Abraham Lincoln or one of the other presidents and stuff. But yeah, I done got the cussing and stuff. Let me get on up out of here before I cuss out the wrong person. And I ain't angry at you, Black America. I'm not angry at you. But Frederick Douglass was an advisor to one of the presidents, and he told the president to let the black men fight. What do you got them here for? What do you think they over there waiting on? Black men, they were honing their skies. Yeah, they were sharpening up they weapons and stuff. Black men were ready, but they wouldn't let them fight. And so finally they let them fight, and that's how it was won. That's how the Civil War was won, because of black men. So let's just give us some gratitude and, keep a song in your heart. I want y'all to be grateful. This right here was kind of difficult. I think I'll be going forward a little bit, progressing, and then sometime I'll backslide and stuff. So, I just thank y'all for your patience and your presence and stuff. And as you leave and come back and stuff, I'll still be here talking about the same thing, black people. I try to be considerate and respectful of how I do speak. And so I don't want y'all to think that I'm just disrespectful and stuff and shit. I'm feeling some type of way today too myself. I don't know, hell, I just been cussing. I don't usually cuss like this unless it's a reason. But I don't know, I'm feeling some type of way today and stuff. And that's fine with me, hell, shit. I ain't got no problem with not cussing. But, I like to cuss, though. I remember the first time I cussed and my daddy heard me. And I didn't know you're supposed to just say one cuss word. I was saying all of the cuss words and stuff. And it hurt him so bad and stuff. But, as I got old and stuff and I became grown and stuff, yeah, I'm okay with cussing and stuff. I don't see it as like, yeah, don't you cuss. Don't you say that. Yeah, so here, it's different here when you come here. But keep some gratitude on you. The sun ain't shining where I'm at and stuff, but you're going to see some black people. That's your sun. That's my sun. Black people are my sunlight. You know, yes, black people. I love my people. Gratitude shields you from negativity. Gratitude and shields you from negativity. Makes you at least 25% happy. Other people can't make you happy. Money can't make you happy. You hear they say money don't buy happiness. Other people can't make you happy either. Materialistic stuff cannot make you happy. Get you some gratitude. You can always keep your gratitude. Keep it in your pocket. Keep it on you. Put it in your hair and stuff. So grateful. Now watch my hair. I'm coming here next week. My hair gonna be down to there. I'm like, Face, is that you? Your ass wearing weave, ain't you? I'm just saying. Keep you some gratitude. It's gonna bring you more happiness, more stability, more contentment in your life, more acceptance in your life. That gratitude. See, these right here are keys that you can't go out there and find them. They within. You looking all within and stuff. Hell, I don't see nothing off in there. So you gotta know what to look for. You ain't gonna look within and see no name brands, Louis Vuitton, unless it's the real Louis Vuitton from Africa, because you know they stole that design. I ain't really researching this stuff, but I seen a meme that said Louis Vuitton came from Egypt, Africa somewhere. And you know, but yeah, you ain't gonna look within yourself and see Louis Vuitton or Michael Kors or Chanel or none of that bullshit. You know, you're gonna look within you, and you should be looking for gratitude and kindness and sincerity and respect and morals and acceptance and forgiveness and love. You should be looking within you for all of these things that's going to better you. For you, not for white folks. Now, you done forgave white folks enough. Let them do this, the rest of this on their own. Gratitude rewires your brain. It eliminates stress, y'all. Gratitude heals you. Yeah, it'll make you start crying and stuff because you're so grateful for stuff that you hadn't even thought about. And then for you know it, you just feel, you know, emotions about it and stuff. And you might start crying, especially when you get that check in the mail and all you did was thank the ancestors and cosmic energy for your paycheck that you worked for. Then you went to the mailbox and stuff, and damn, you got a $1,500 check. Well, hell, it might be your rental rebate. But hell, it came. I'm just saying, it came, right? You know, yeah. So, you know, yeah, it heals you. Them tears rushed it right onto you. You probably were the first one that got your income tax check. I'm just saying, you know, gratitude. Gratitude improves your sleep. You can sleep like a baby when you're so grateful. You grateful because it protects you. Can't no negative energies, physicality, spiritualness, no negative, nothing get to you when you're grateful. You can sleep like a baby. You can rest assured that you're sleeping like a baby. You're protected. But see, you got to have them keys that you need. And it ain't money. Gratitude boosts your self-esteem and your performance. It enhances the law of attraction. Gratitude proves your relationships. Yes, honey. You don't want to be with no complainer all the time. No negative ass Nancy. As soon as you go up to them, you already know. I know. You tell them what's wrong before they even say anything. And they be like, oh, I'm sick of you, Face. No, I'm sick of your ass. Anytime I know, every time I get read up on you and stuff, you finna tell me one of your complaints and stuff. I already know. Here, let me go and give you this $1. Like, here, I'm gonna give it to you before you break off with this and this and this and this, you know. Yeah, because it ain't even got to be all that. That's too much stress for us. We got to change things, our mindset. It's all about the vibrations and, you know, and what we use it for us. Now, singing, y'all, keep a song in your heart. I don't care if you sing that same song back to back to back to back. Sing it. It's for you. Fuck the next motherfucker. They might need to listen to it too. Because there's something going on out here and stuff. You're going to need all of the sincerity, all the goodness, the greatness that you can get, Black America. I'm just saying. Don't be letting white folks come up on you. Some black people think just like white folks. They'll come right up and suck all your energy up out of you and stuff. You can't even say, you can't even whistle that song until you rejuvenate yourself. I'm just saying. You don't know why when they came up and hugged on you or touched on you and stuff, you feel so tired. Oh, I feel drained. You know, because they done came up and sucked all your energy out of you and stuff. So we got to monitor ourselves. It's a shame we got to watch skin folk just as much as these clanimals out here. We do. I'm just saying here, they've been selling out for a long time. It's time to let they motherfucking asses know, get your pillars, your purse, your sellout coins, Get all your clothes, your shoes, your name brand shit, and get the hell out. It's just time to let they motherfucking asses know. Don't stay around us acting like, oh, you big, high, and mighty. You got this. You got Louis Vuitton. You got Michael Kors. You got Chanel. You got everybody. You got a Benz out there in the car. Then you got a Cadillac. Oh, now you got a Tesla. Oh, for real. Take all that shit and go over there with it. Take all that superficial bullshit and go over there with it. Yeah, I'm just, went down and fed the people down by the wash house. I went down on East End and gave out a couple of turkeys for Thanksgiving. But anyway, y'all, keep a song in your heart because your body reacts to music. I didn't know till some years ago, honey, that music is the only activity to activate all of your brain. I know I got to research that and stuff, but honey, I can believe in it. Because when I'm listening to me some Earth, Wind, and Fire, some Commodores, show me a river that's so deep. I can feel my whole brain. Yeah, activating. You look in my eyes when it get to that bridge, you already know. You better not say a word. Go do something else and come back. Then we can talk and stuff. Cause I be in it. Cause it be the music. It activates your whole brain. Sex don't even activate your whole brain. Eating food don't even activate your whole brain. Now, for people that love to get them rushes, like people that dive off of a mountain and then they open up their parachute like the motherfucker really gonna open up every time. Now, their whole brain might activate hell and might shut down. I don't know. But I'm just saying, music, it activates your whole brain, y'all. It do. It's nothing like it. And our music especially. Why you think white folks steal our music? Huh? Why you think they steal everything we got, especially the music? Because they know what it does for us. I remember when I first heard the song Jerusalem, and they were like, it had been out for 7 years, y'all, but I had never heard it before. And that song just had my whole brain just activated, and my body was just tingling and stuff. I had goosebumps and stuff, and I just kept playing it over and over again. My grandbabies love it. I got videos of the grandbaby stuff. And all that, do they not? The Jerusalem and stuff. Honey, them little babies and stuff was sitting down and stuff, and they were just so into it, And I be damned. There go that phrase again. See that language. This language is a curse on us because I ain't damn. I know I'm not damn. I gotta break out these phrases and stuff. But what happened was it maybe 3 to 5 days. And I turned on the TV and I seen a whole bunch of white folks dancing to Jerusalem. Oh, honey, they was on top of some building where the helicopter, the jet or whatever the fuck it was on top of the building and stuff. And honey, it was all kind of white people out there. They were pilots. They was pilots. It might have been one tan or mixed or light-skinned man out there, but maybe he just had a nice tan. I don't know. But honey, they was out there singing and dancing to the song Jerusalem. Oh, I went out for 24 hours straight. I think that was when I had my old YouTube or something. And so it's probably not connected with the shit I was saying in the video, because I felt like Jimmy Early in the movie with Beyonce. You know what I'm talking about. Jimmy Early. Yeah. That's how I felt about that song. And all of our music, I feel like they steal it. They steal our music. Yeah. How your body reacts to singing. I might sing a little bit of that song because I love Jimmy Early. Dream Girls. You know the movie with Beyonce. Now and stuff. Yeah. Your heart, when you singing joyful, expressive songs, y'all, it can nourish your heart, balance your emotions, and uplift your spirits. Now you tell me what song makes you feel more better than some Barry White. Let the music play. I just want to dance the night away. Right here where I'm gonna stay. All night long. Ooh, we let the music play on. Just until I feel this misery is gone. Moving, kicking, grooving, keep the music strong. Oh, let it play on and on. I'm just saying. I love Barry White. It's the music. Now, don't that make you feel good? Yeah, well, it should. I don't know. Maybe I got to sing Halo for your ass. I don't know. But try to stay with some music that's gonna keep you grounded, because you know Halo gonna lead you to drunken love. You know it. You know that's where it's gonna lead you to. I'm just saying. And your lungs, when you singing, y'all, it help expand your lungs. And it improves your oxygen intake. Black people, you doing everything like white folks. You literally breathing like white folks. Your nose gonna be just like that. 3 to 5 years. You're breathing shallow like white folks. That's because you've taken on, oh, wow, you've taken on white mentality, white livelihood. Yeah. I'm going to go around all day like this. My whole nose open and stuff. I'm afraid, what's wrong with you? Shit, what's wrong with you? I can breathe deep now. See, just a little bit, y'all. Better not breathe deep too much, because, yeah, you know, it's not at all of y'all asses up in here. But your liver, when you singing, y'all, it helps regulate emotions like frustration, stress, anger right on out of your liver. That's why sister is so evil and mean and stuff. Every time you see her at the bread house and stuff, girl, you smell that good bread. Smelling good. You don't know if you want to put some jelly or butter on it. I'm just saying, you know, butter fuck your heart up and stuff, clog you up and stuff. I'm just saying, using that example and stuff. But she's so evil and stuff. Just let her know. Ask her what's her favorite song. Ask her what's her favorite song. Her favorite song. Sing your favorite song to her. And just let her know. See, it's the music. If she ain't got no favorite song, what's her mama's favorite song? Her daddy's favorite song. My daddy's favorite song was What the World Needs Now Is Love, Sweet Love. I always wonder why that song. You know, but that's the song I remember him singing to us when we were kids and stuff. He had a deeper voice and stuff. But yeah. Your liver, when you singing, y'all, you know, it helps release that frustration, anger, and stress. You ain't got to go around all mad every day, and you ain't really got to have something significant that make you happy, make you smile. Like, yeah, if you walking down the street with your evil, mean ass, and you find $20, oh, yeah, you happy. You is happy now. But then after that, you back to your same old evil, mean, negative ass. Don't say nothing to me, complaining about everything. You need some music in your life. Change your music in your life. Your family members, your friends that's like this, change their music without them even knowing. Hell, every time they come around you, shit, you change your music. Hell, why she got your ass listening to WAP? That ain't what you like. When you be at home, you don't listen to WAP, DAP, none of that shit when you at home. You listen to EFW when you at home. You listen to LTD when you at home. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, you know, when they're around you and stuff here, put on what you listen to. And then you let her know. Sis, the reason why your ass can't be happy and let no joy in, got both of your hands like that right there. The reason why can't nobody put no flower in your hand hell is because you're listening to the wrong music. Now, all day long, we've been hanging out, listening to good music. Ain't you been feeling all right? Girl, you done laughed so much today. Girl, I didn't know you laughed that pretty. I'm just saying. Shit, because some people usually come up and be like, that's how you cry. You know, yeah, just let us know. Be simple with us here. You ain't got to make it all difficult and shit with us. Yeah, that's why everybody ain't catching on to everything, because it's the comprehension. Why you going to come out like you speaking legalese to us? Hell, we just talking. We just reading the alphabet. And you come out with legalese about the alphabet. That's how contrasted it is. You got to keep it even so we can get it on the level that we at. Hell, we reading the alphabet. Your ass can't come up in here talking about, well, the habeas corpus. See? I'm just saying, you know, and your kidneys, I'm finna go. I know. Oh, I wish her ass. You don't tell the pastor that. Everybody rolling their eyes in church and say, first lady get up there, then she won't press. Then she got to pray. Then the saints got to come up and say something. Then people got their testimonies. But, yeah, so let's finish up. Singing can strengthen your kidney energy by fostering vocal expressions. When you singing, your kidneys is too, honey. And it strengthens your kidneys. So whatever your diagnosis is, honey, you better put a song on as soon as you get to the car crying and stuff. You better put a song on, a good song. Put your good song on that you can get into it. And it's going to give you them goosebumps. It's going to release all that bent up pressure and tension and them tears and stuff you've been holding back. And then, honey, go call Brother Yaki. Go call Brother Yaki and let him know. Yeah, but you keep, you know, your bravery. Keep them little significant things on you, your gratitude, a song in your heart. Know that you brave. When you come, see your body, our bodies. We from the cosmos. Our bodies is literally, I ain't saying other folks' bodies don't do this. Because it's because of us that they ass is even here on this planet. It's because of us. Everybody came through us. But the cosmos manifested us. That's why we the parent of all people and stuff, you know. And just do these things for each other. I'm finna get out of here and stuff, because I got to make a stop anyway. And then it's going to start snowing again. I ought to call and be like, I ain't coming in today. I'm taking off. But yeah, I do work. Shit, I work. I leave here and then I make me a stop or two. And I take my ass on to work. And then when I get off work, I come home about an hour. And then I come on and try to talk to y'all again. So I do work. I do be in you know, out here where we gotta work. We ain't got a business mind yet. And all that's been a change. All of that's been a change, because whatever you making, I don't care if it's crocheted booties, them little crochet shoes and stuff, we love them. I need me some now. So I can be on my floor, my feet stay cold and stuff. You know, I can't keep it hot in here because I get the coughing and stuff. So yeah, you know, whatever you doing and stuff, go on and do it. And let me show you what my best friend did. Oh my ancestors. And I cannot wait. Whatever you do, look at this. I don't know. I think she got this off of Tammy. Timu. And I ain't been up with mine yet because I want to put mine in a picture frame, honey. I sure do. I think I want me a rug to maybe go with mine. Or maybe I want to design my own that's gonna look like me. But she did this right here and stuff. You know, I paid her like a few dollars for it and stuff. Because I like stuff. I like supporting us. You know, and I add my own stuff to it and stuff. Yeah, make me a rug now. You know, maybe I put it on the door and on the outside of the door. I don't know. Because it looked like the white and the black in this and stuff. And I might want mine to just be all black. Might even look like me. Oh, and then let me show y'all what I was doing yesterday. Because I was helping Lynn Monet. Oh, my tea bag. I was helping do her teas and stuff. Her site is up. Lynn Monet. LYNNMONADE. And this is the box. It's an octagon. My tea bag done came open. Oh, my ancestors. One of my tea bags that came up, these was the ones that I messed up. I was just volunteering now. I will come and help and stuff. You know, I'm going to get them that tea up out of there, honey, and put that back up in here. But yeah, let me set that right over there. These are the tea bags that I messed up that I was doing yesterday. See, they got some wrinkles. They don't rip that toe up. So I'm like, shit, I'm taking these home with me. Shoot, you know. And yeah, look at this. This is so beautiful. Oh, my ancestors. It is so beautiful. Look, it's in the shape of a hexagon, y'all. And on the inside of it, right there, it's an inscription. This is Lynn Monet. You can go to her channel right now, her website. I am stronger than my challenges and wiser with every experience. I honor my journey, trusting that every step is leading me forward. I am resilient, capable, and in control of my own peace. I release what no longer serves me and embrace what fuels my growth. I am committed to my well-being, body, and soul. I know that made me think about Nita Baker, body and soul. What have you done to me? I can't eat. I cannot sleep. I'm just saying, you know, body and do. I love Anita. Then on the middle, is in the bottom of it, that says, think, visualize, believe, and plan. Ooh, I'm going to keep my T's off in here and other little stuff. I think I just want my T's off in here. This is so awesome. And on the side of it, it's got that little thing right there where you can scan it. She gonna help me get me one too. A little scan thing like that for us and stuff. Oh, and on the bottom of it, that's the websites. Let me see if I can hold it up so y'all can see it. Take a screenshot of it. If you can, I'm just saying. And whatever you do. Can you see that? It's Facebook at Lynn Monet Juice. Fan base at Lynn Monet. Visit our website, www.lynnmonet. That's Lynn Monet. Not lemonade. Lynn Monet. You know, we got that play on words now. White folks been doing it forever. Don't feel bad about it. www.lynnmonade.com. Email us at info@lynnmonet.com. Oh, I love this. A simple piece right there on the top. Then I'm finna go. I am capable of thriving. I am growing and glowing daily. I accept peace. I am focused. I love seeking knowledge. I embody pure energy. I nourish the soul of others. I am aligned with harmony. I attract new opportunities. I uplift and inspire those around me. I trust my journey and I embrace growth. I radiate confidence and strength. Ooh, wait. I know I love this. Let me put my tea bags right back in here. And I think these right here that we were doing were the detoxing teas that she's gonna send to a volunteer or place. Well, I volunteered, but I think she's gonna send those to a place for people that need help and stuff. I don't know what her plans was for, but yeah, she needed volunteers, so I went and helped and stuff. And I got me those right there, and I got one of these things right here too. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. We're gonna have to keep this right here. Oh, and it was good. I learned I'm not even good with measuring and stuff, but I was measuring, honey. I was serious about it. I don't mind helping y'all. If y'all around here close to me and you need some volunteers, I love arts and craft, as you can tell. I love arts and craft and learning new things and stuff. And I'll come and put in an hour or 3 to help you and stuff. I ain't saying hell I'm gonna stay no 9 or 10 o'clock at night and stuff because I be tired too. Just want to come home and stuff too. But yeah, anybody that needs some volunteers and stuff, and you too, Ashby, you need some more help and stuff, let me know and I'll come and volunteer a little time to help and stuff. And hopefully when I get myself together, then somebody be like, yeah, I'll come and help you, Face. And I won't be doing everything on my own and stuff because I love the pen and paper. I wish we could just go back to the pen and paper, but we can't. So let's just try to save money. Let's just try to tell these white people stuff. Don't burn no more money. Don't melt no more nickels and dimes and quarters and pennies and stuff. Give that money to black people. Give us the 10s, the 20s, the 5s, the 1s, the 2s, the 100s. Give us all the cash money. If you don't do nothing else for black people, have some sincerity and remorse for what you've done, for what your ancestors have done, and give us that cash. You already don't want to count the check. Don't want to cut the check. Because I already know, y'all, when they go to this cashless society, they're going to say reparations is void. It's void. It's 2 separate currencies. That debt don't even match this currency. I was going to say, no, that ain't the same. I was going to say, now, if this is that same number on top of this, but yeah, let's just, I think that's fair to give us the money. You ain't cut the check. You ain't helped us gain nothing. You ain't helped us get on our feet. So going into this new world order, y'all, tell your people and stuff. If you be going to them meetings and stuff where I need to find out and take my ass to them too, let somebody know. Hell, tell they motherfucking ass to stop burning money. Stop melting down money. Shit, what the fuck? I mean, I'm just saying here, how the hell your ass gonna get $20 on your card if it's going digital? Black people got a problem getting $2 today. I'm just saying for my people, do that for me. And, let me know what they say. But peace and power to the people. I know Map Draw. I looked at some of your songs and stuff. And now the other songs I didn't really understand. But I like James Ingram. Yeah, and I'll listen to some more of them and stuff and let you know which ones I resonate with and stuff. But I'm more in tune. I'm learning to, listen to other types of music and stuff. And I do appreciate it. I'll let you know more what other songs that really resonate that's different. I'm just trying to get out of my comfort zone for my people. Because, I don't want to live the rest of my life on earth where we at odds with each other, my sister and my brother. And I don't want us to be separated in heaven because you trapped in heaven. And then I'm going to be in the afterlife by myself. Well, not really by myself because there's other ancestors in the afterlife. My mama and them is in the afterlife. But I want to see you in the afterlife. I want to resonate with you. We be like 2 stars and stuff, and we come together and stuff, and just touch each other and go on about our way. Because I'm a North Star here, and you might be a Southern Star. I don't know. But I want you to be in the afterlife too. I don't want you to be trapped in heaven. And then, Harriet be like, no, I'm not going over there to heaven to get nobody else. I'm not going to and rescue them from heaven, because if you was the innocent one that ended up in heaven, your wings retracted. But when I sat down and started reading and told my people, you know, you can leave up out of heaven. Their wings came out and they flew away. They're not in heaven no more. Telling them is in heaven now. And Harry and them like, no, we're not going over there. What we gonna go over there to get Telly for? When he said all those things about black women and black people. And then his beloved, the white lady, killed him. So Harry like, no, I'm not going up there to heaven to rescue him and the rest of them either. Because when you step behind, when you got there, it was judgment. The cosmos judged if your wings got cut or if they retracted. See, when the cosmos retracted John Hartfield and Isaac McGee and Elias Clayton, when the cosmos retracted their wings, the white folks in heaven, Jesus and your God, they didn't know. They were just like, oh, they short anyway. They can't fly nowhere. So they didn't even touch their wings. They just pulled in. Their wings just retracted. Like a cat withdraw his claws and stuff. That's how it was. The cosmos makes it so that the cat can withdraw his claws. So why you think that the cosmos didn't retract their wings? I mean, shit, they got you thinking that white man walking on water every day. When I know your ass see that puddle of water out there here where I'm at, they say it's 10,000 lakes here. I don't know. But hell, everybody ought to see the sun walking on it. If it is, you can see it out there now. If the sun was out there, you can set down a puddle, you can set down a spoon of water, a glass of water, a bowl of water for any dog, and you're going to see the sun walking on it. It's just going to be walking across the bowl right there, especially if you push it a little bit. But now black people just must believe that it's a white man with blonde hair and blue eyes, and he coming to save us and stuff, but he not. He should have been brought his ass and saved somebody. Isaac McGee was calling his name out. Isaac McGee was calling him. You got to start thinking. Think for yourself. You know, I just want you to think for yourself and stuff. Even if you say, no, Face, I don't believe it. I'm going to the afterlife and stuff. Maybe for you, white folks ain't even in heaven. If that's true, come and let me know, because I might come to heaven and visit you. I mean, shit, hell, you know, I can come and go. I got my wings. I might just be hovering over him and be like, hey, how you doing down there? You know, drop one of my feathers on you and stuff. But I'm just saying, if you come up with the truth that white people ain't even in heaven, let me know. Because this is the truth I came up with. I ain't got to go with them and stuff. I'm going to the afterlife now. I'm open for options, though, advice, suggestions. I'm just saying, let's talk. You know, I don't know if I gave no shout out, but y'all know I love y'all. And I love y'all. And you know, y'all my people. When I see my people and stuff, I'm not just, hey, family. And then when you leave and stuff, I'll be like, shit, I can't stand her. I don't be like that. No, If you resonate with me like white folks, you gonna know. You resonate with me like white folks, I ain't gonna give you no hug, no kiss. I'll be like, good day, sister, and go on about my business. Yep, that's it and that's all. But, you know, if you resonate with me and stuff and you love your ancestors like I do and stuff, then, yeah, when I see you, I am naturally happy to see you. You know, I know all day folks ain't want to talk to you. They want to speak back to you and stuff, rolling their eyes at you and shit. I'm not like that with my people. No, I'm like that with white folks. Yeah, if you got that white mentality, then, yeah, I don't want to have nothing to do with you because I can move around. I ain't got no problem being just me. All these ancestors around me, who I need. I'm just saying, you know, yeah. So, yeah, I love y'all, though. Hey there, Vicky. It's so good to see you. And D. Dreddy, I know. Hey, Golden Gold. I don't remember seeing your name before, but, yeah, I love you, too. Yeah, it's all adrenaline or whatever you call it. Passion, sincerity. It's the ancestors. They so happy and stuff. You know, I'm just glad hell I found somebody that love to talk about the ancestors. Because that's what I love to talk about. You know, I might let you say something about Beyonce, what happened? She pregnant again. Okay. But that's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. I'm not really into the superficial world out there and stuff. I want us to put our eyes back on the prize. Yeah, and that's my motto. Keep your eyes on the prize. Everybody else is. I'm just saying, you know. But I love y'all, and I thank y'all so much for your presence and your patience, because I know it's a lot. I know I'm different. You know, I'm probably not like nobody else. Kevon Jackson. Hey there, Kevon. I know, right? And Letitia, you said you coming to the 12th of never too, didn't you? I know that's right. I ain't going to heaven. Show away. Don't you let nobody trick you and put you back to sleep. Because I think they trying to put us back to sleep. But I ain't going. I be that one baby standing up like, yeah, I'm looking at what? Take your ass to sleep. Close your eyes. You know, then you get to singing to the baby. I know. You know, so yeah, don't let them put us back to sleep and stuff because our ancestors been waiting on this. They've been needing us to remember them, to be proud of them, to talk about them, mention them, create for them, have imagination for them. That's what our ancestors need for us. We got to motivate each other, y'all. Ain't nobody going to come and open them damn Tesla cars up and let your black ass out. Because hell, I might cuss you out if I got to open the door and let you out. Because I done told you to get out of them Tesla cars. I done told you when you see that first robot on the street, that's probably going to be your cue. Then, no, man, I'm selling this car. I don't know what's going to be your first hint to don't get back in that car no more. Your ass, you're going to get so comfortable. Yeah, I'm just going to let it ride me on up to the grocery store. I ain't even got to get out, bragging to everybody. I ain't even got to get out. They going to bring the groceries to me. And then the car drive me on back home. Then your ass can't get out the car because the doors won't unlock for you because you black. I'm just saying, you know, you got to start paying attention. We got to start paying attention. You know, white folks see this as an honor. They see this as a, you know, an honor for them to help sacrifice us for whatever the end means is. I don't know. White folks probably need to just come on and tell black people, now, y'all, when we get y'all to heaven, we're going to do the same thing to y'all. Because it seems like it's hard for us to grasp this. But it's true. I'm going to keep telling you. And, you know, you ain't got to come back here no more. You're going to see it somewhere else, too. Other folks going to start telling you. It might be your dog and your cat. When them dogs and cats start talking, all honey, soon as Rufus, your dog, see that first robot dog out there, all honey, he finna take off his leash and his collar. He finna stand up and he finna tell your motherfucking ass the truth. I'm just saying. I'm just motherfucking saying. We don't know what's gonna happen, how it's gonna fall out, but it's gonna fall where it may. And all you gotta do is get on out the way and just pick your leash up and put it in your pocket and tell, come on, Rufus, then, man, we're going on home. And tell me about everything you've been hearing all your life since you've been around other dogs that live with white people. Tell me what they be doing. And your dog and your cat gonna tell you. Your animal's gonna let you know. They've been dying to. Literally. You done let white folks extinct animals. Eating animals and stuff. Yep. Now Kentucky Fried Chicken got that commercial, y'all. I'm finna go. Kentucky Fried Chicken motherfucking ass, and they got a new one right over there. Y'all I ain't even been to it yet. I knew about the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Then I seen the video. They got a new commercial where they told a man, I don't know if he's a black man or white man, but he's a man. And they told him under their arm. And honey, they take his ass and dip him. I'm gonna try to find it when I get home. And they dipping him in some grease, some oil, gravy, or something. And when they pull him out, his ass is a chicken McNugget. Now my neighbor over there with the Jesus picture, he loved KFC. He been going. Every other day when I see him and stuff, where you? I'm going to KFC. Give me a little lunch. I'm going to give me some dinner for the night and stuff. Wait till I show his ass this damn commercial. You better not take your ass and get you another bird, nugget, a piece of bread. I'm even suspicious of the rice now. Eat at home. Get your own stir-fry garden and stuff. Make sure your seeds is GMO. And yeah, I'm just saying. They tell me that mushrooms taste like meat. Yeah. Lemonade fixed me a sandwich some months ago. It was good. And the mushroom did have a meaty flavor to it, but you know, I let them folks pull out my teeth anyway. But I'm just saying, it's all about change. Ain't nothing constant but change. You know, so yeah, let me get on out here and I'll see y'all tonight. I love Shaka Khan. I love you too, D Dreddy. Oh, y'all gotta let me know if y'all hear where I'm at. If you hear where I'm at, then let me know so we could get together and stuff. Don't tell nobody because you know how folks is. I love y'all.